Angela thought she was just a bookkeeper, but God had a different plan. Join me as we dig into her story. So, Angela, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, born and raised in Vero Beach, Florida. So I am a Floridian, although some people think I am from Kentucky. I do bleed blue. But no, I've been a bookkeeper since I was 15.
Wow.
And became an enrolled agent back in 2014, which enrolled to practice before the IRS in all tax matters. So that's kind of where my expertise lies, is in the bookkeeping and tax prep.
How long have you been with MFI?
So September 9th of this year will be 2 years.
2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And how has that experience been?
We have had our trying moments. There have been a lot of challenges. A lot happened when I first came on board. So we pushed through it and persevered through it. And I know that God is the one that pulled me through that.
And how has being at MFI affected your faith in any way on a personal level?
It has made me grow, because when I came, I knew I was a Christian. I knew I believed in God. But at what point was I trusting Him? And at what point was I giving Him the glory for everything that I did? But getting through that first year and a half here, I can look back now and say that, at that point I was saying He wasn't with me. He wasn't beside me. He wasn't helping. But now I look back and He was taking me out into the desert to get to know me, for me to get to know Him. And so putting me through those tests and persevering through it, knowing that He gave me the knowledge to do what I needed to do here, to be able to help Missionary Flights to get to where they are and obtain the books and records that they need to be able to access on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So it's really grown me in that. With, we did our retreat, and one thing that I've always said is I'm a secular bookkeeper in a mission field. And the pastor down there said we can't be secular and be missionaries.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the biggest things, my takeaway from that, is I had to start looking at my position differently.
Yeah.
Because it was always just a job. I'm just doing what I've been trained to do. I'm just doing what I know to do, not realizing the impact of what Missionary Flights has on the other places.
Wow.
And so being here, I've been able to learn more about Haiti.
Yeah.
And see the needs of others. Now, I consider mine a back room, so I don't see the impact of the position I do on any of. I'm not a missionary on the ground in Haiti. I'm not the pilot flying the plane. So I really don't look at my position as, really contributing. But I guess just being in the back room and having what the planes need, what the pilots need, is, I guess, my place in this. So it's kind of a hard place, because I want to be able to do more.
Yeah.
But my position is not, it's not about that. That's not what God has called me to do. It's to be the back room.
Yeah.
And to be the support staff.
Even support is important. I think of myself and some of the jobs that I have came from, and even with social media, working for other people is one thing, but when sometimes it feels like your purpose and God's purpose has merged, which is what you're kind of telling me. You have done bookkeeping since you were 15, and now you're doing it for the mission, for God. It's almost like your purpose and His purpose has finally matched. And so your role is extremely vital.
It's a very important role, as it is in any business. But this is just a different type of business.
It is.
Because it's a people business.
It is.
And so that's where I've had to kind of learn and change a little bit, is to be more of the people oriented than of this secular world. We have to get this done and get it done now. So that's where He's still working with me. God's not done with me yet, but I truly believe God called me here because I had applied one time for the position and I didn't get a call back, but they said they'd had so many people that they just shut it down. And then it was actually through a friend of mine who had applied for the position. And the day she was offered, she called me and she said, "This is not what I feel like I'm being called to do. This is you. This is right up your alley." And she gave my name to HR. And so that is how I came to Missionary Flights. But my interest in Missionary Flights started with one of the banquets.
Oh, nice.
I knew of Missionary Flights. I knew what they did, but not to the extent. And when I saw Hannah, one of the pilots, on an emergency evacuation, I looked at her and I said, "And what am I leaving as a legacy in my life?" And I said, I need to change something. I need to quit being about me. I need to quit being about the person I work for, making them money.
Yeah.
I want to make a difference in the lives of others when I saw Hannah do what she did. So it was coming to that banquet was really the turning point for me with Missionary Flights.
Wow. And you are making a difference. You're making a huge difference.
I hope so. I love what I do. I love where I'm at and what I'm doing it for. Like I said, I just sometimes feel like I'm not doing enough. I want to be more hands-on. I want to be more involved in seeing the lives changed. But there's times for that. I can do a mission trip. I can go see it and do it, But right now, my calling is to be here doing what I'm doing. And God's the one that has given me the knowledge, the wisdom to be able to accomplish the things that I've had to be able to accomplish.
Nice. A couple weeks ago, we had a margin week. How did that affect you? It affects me a lot, and so I'm just curious. How did that affect you?
It, unfortunately, as much as I was into it and enjoyed it, in the accounting field, just because the doors are closed, that office doesn't stop. There are still emails coming in. There's still payments being posted. There's still checks in the mail. So where I do a 10, 12-hour day in 8 hours, I was cut down to 4 hours a day.
Yes, that did it. Yes.
So it was a recovery period after that to get back. But it was nice being able to get together with the team and to be able to talk and to do the worship that we did. And just that realization of stop, rest, realizing that's something I haven't done. I just stayed busy and I have to stop and rest, and learning that you need that to really be productive going forward.
Yeah. Have you done that?
I am working really hard. I've got the 3 margins posted up on the side of my desk. So when somebody walks in the door, I just go, "No, not now." Or come back later. So just trying to set the margin so that I can be productive, but I don't want to be rude or turn people away, but there are times I am so busy and so focused.
I understand.
That I feel like, I just shut that person down.
Yeah.
I feel bad doing it, but I know, our executive committee, our board, they're waiting for numbers.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I've got to get this done.
Yeah.
So there's times, we have press points. There's days that it might be, "Oh, wow, this is a nice calm day." And then the minute we say that, the phones start, the mail comes in. So that's one thing we've learned not to say.
So if you were to give someone advice on how to handle that type of stress, what would you, based on your experience, what kind of advice would you give someone in that position?
Coming in under a lot of stress, you've got to have a support team.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing, being able to go to Tim and, I need space. I need to be able to close my door. So you have to be able to communicate with somebody to let them know what you need. I am learning now, as I said earlier, that all the time I was going through that stress, and I had an attitude, and I was upset, and I was mad, and I went through every emotion. But now, with the time away and the rest, and also with a Bible study that I'm doing, realizing that it wasn't in vain. It was God calling me to the wilderness.
Yes.
And so instead of me praying, God, get me through this, I should have been praying, God, show me where you are in this.
That's good.
So, and to tell anybody that is, when you get to that point, step back, say, God, show me where you are.
Yes.
So he can help. I wasn't allowing him to help. You said something during our margin week that hit me and has stuck with me. You said, if you're going to trust God, trust God. That has been my biggest thing. My trust level is very low. If you say it's raining outside, I have to walk outside and look up just to see.
Yeah.
So that is what I wasn't doing. I was relying on me to do that job by myself, instead of saying, God, this is more than I can handle.
Yeah.
Please meet me here and help. I probably wouldn't have been as stressed.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have been as upset as I got. But getting to that point now, going forward, it's been a lot different. Just since our devotion time in the Bahamas, and then our margin week here, and then with this Bible study, I'm looking back and realizing where I went wrong.
Nice.
And so trying to change that, and trying to, really get on track with trusting God. He's got this. I mean, he's carried me this far.
Yeah.
And so it's just being able to relinquish. And I have that I want to be in charge. I want to do. And I just have to step back and say, God, this is all you. You have to do this.
This was great.
Thank you.
This is a good talk.
Yeah. I was worried about it because, like I said, I was ready to walk in here and say, we're not going to do this. This isn't going to go well. Because when I started and everything that happened, what I was left with was so overwhelming. And I was trying to do clean up, catch up, and keep up. And I was stressed, and I was relying on myself.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, God, this is more than I bargained for. Please help. But no, I was just that I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What is one thought you would like to leave with the audience?
I think the most important thing is that you think you know God. Do you know of him, or do you know him? And the only way to know him is to be in his word, his Bible studies, worship time, and just really get that personal relationship. To be able to trust him, you have to know him.
Yeah.
And the only way to know him is to be in his word daily.
Amen.
Once we give our lives to Christ, we become ambassadors for his kingdom. No matter your job or title, God has called you to represent him. So let your light shine and point others to the one you serve.